Hello and welcome to another edition of Periscope. I'm Vivian Ecclefield. Today, as part of the Perris Centennial, we're looking back over 100 years of fashion with a fashion show. And what better place to hold such a celebration of history as the historic Perris Theatre. The theater's been all spruced up to be today's perfect backdrop. We're getting ready now to see Perris history on stage. Well, I'm here with Bruce and Karen, who are with the Historical Museum here in Perris, and they're from Perris, and they played an integral part in getting this whole fashion show started. Give us an idea of how this all began.
Well, I told the girls that I was moving and I had all of my grandmother's clothes. Did they want any of these clothes? And they said, oh, sure, I don't know where we're going to put them, but we want them. So that started it, and then other people of the community started giving and donating some clothes, as well as for today's show we have borrowed some on loan from people who had the style we wanted, since we wanted to go through the 100 years. Right. And our 20s dresses are especially stunning, and they were actually worn by someone that has lived here many, many years in the community.
And it's nice to know that we have men's clothing represented as well, right?
Well, there's a couple of young people that are in it with regards to the military during World War II, and that's being represented. But mainly it takes me back to when I was a young boy living on a cattle ranch west of Perris here, and my aunts would come out from Boston. And when they'd come to spend the summer, they wore many of the clothes that you'll see today. My grandmother had a tea house in Pasadena, and that was also a spot where these types of clothes were being worn. So it does bring back memories in regards to that.
Oh, I'm here with Mayor Busch. Mayor, give us an idea of the fashion show and its place in the whole centennial celebration.
Well, since this is our centennial year, the Historical Society is doing a fashion show of the turn of the century clothing, and it's really fascinating to see all these wonderful outfits that they have. And it also lends to really what Perris is all about. Yeah. It shows the style and what people wore and everything like that, and some really, really nice dresses.
Well, I'm here with Sharon Marsh, who's on the board of directors for the Perris Valley Historical Museum. Give us an idea of your role today and what went into the fashion show.
I organized the dresses and put them into decades and then wrote about them, and instead of having just a few dresses like we thought we were going to have, we have 126 creations I had to say delightful, beautiful, and all of that.
What did you learn about the fashions?
Oh, I love the 30s, and because of the bias cut and the French designer that started the bias cut, where the gowns flow and they kind of flow they're very fluid with the body. And I found that the 40s, I didn't realize it, having been born in the 40s, I didn't realize that there was a material shortage because of the war. We didn't have a lot of buttons and we didn't have zippers, and so all of that was kind of interesting to me. And then we get into the 50s with the poodle skirts, and I remember those in the late 50s with the poodle skirts, and I made poodle skirts for the kids that are wearing them today. So we've had, it's been a fun project for me.
I'm here with Richard Mutis, who's Perris City Manager. Richard, give us an idea of what an event like this means for Perris.
Well, it's a great event because it allows us really to get the people into downtown Perris and celebrate the centennial. Our centennial theme is looking at our past, embracing our future, and celebrating the present, and that's what we're doing today, all three in one.
You certainly are. 100 years of fashion goes way back. We see a little of everything here today.
Absolutely. The Historical Society have done a great job of not only collecting all the vintage clothing, but putting a theme together consistent with our centennial. And it turned out to be a great event. We got a capacity crowd, and once again, it's great to see the theater full of people again.
Isn't it? And the old theater looks, isn't it great to be doing this here in this theater?
It is. As you know, the city of Perris was originated around the train stop in the downtown, so it's great to actually have a venue where we can bring this many people back into D Street.
I'm here with Tammy Bianca, who's the administrative assistant here in Perris. Tammy, give us an idea of what today means to Perris, about its history.
This is actually a really phenomenal day showcasing the fashion of the ages for the city of Perris, for all the women who helped build this community up. And as you'll notice, a lot of the women who are going to be modeling today, their mothers and their grandmothers made these dresses, and they're so proud of that heritage of being able to model these dresses and gowns.
And it really does go back 100 years, doesn't it?
It really does, all the way back to 1911.
Yeah. Well, this is a great day, but this is one of many Centennial events, so tell us what the next one is.
The next big event is the Centennial Time Capsule event. This is going to be a huge event because it's the actual birthday for the city of Perris. And the event's going to include hot air balloon, skydivers, we're going to have an elephant show, pony rides. It's going to be a great fair, but the actual main part of the event is at 2 o'clock, where we open up and prepare our time capsule to intern it into the ground. And we're very excited about that.
Now, the deadline's come and gone as far as people's suggestions as to what goes in the time capsule, so what did you end up deciding?
Well, we have totally decided on everything. We're putting in things that we think that are relative to our century right now, to our time period. But we're still actually open to suggestions or even donations from the community who are residents here of the city of Perris that would like to have something special interned in our time capsule.
But most of the time, a time capsule will have things like the newspaper.
Yes.
What else might you have?
Well, we're having a special Centennial coin made up, and the coin has our new Centennial logo on one side and the old logo, City of Perris logo on the other side, and we're going to intern one of those coins in the time capsule.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, Tammy. That'll be great fun. So be sure and check the city's website because you're going to want to get in on the time capsule date, and that's May 26th. It's been a real treat to experience fashions of the past 100 years, made even more special by the setting. Be sure and visit the city's website for upcoming Centennial celebrations, like the Centennial Time Capsule Project, a once-in-a-lifetime event. And that's another edition of Periscope. I'm Vivian Ecclesfield. We'll see you next time.